I don't think he's a bad player at all. That's kind of where I'm at.
So I don't think he's a bad player.
Oh, you don't think he's a bad player? Oh,
no, he's not great though, is he?
Yeah, it's not great, but no, he's not even not great. He's just not a bad player. He obviously tweeted this tweet out at Arsenal, said stop immediately, hang up the phone, swallow the SIM card, launch the phone into the abyss, disconnect everything. Number you have dialed has not been recognized, please. So the please full stop is, I think someone commented on that saying I felt that. Obviously it's Brown Noni Madueke saying, listen, let's put him away.
I don't understand how anyone can justify this. Like I said, I don't think he's a bad player, but we don't need decent this summer. We don't need, potential this summer. We need, players that are going to make a big impact on the starting 11. And then the players that they dislodge from the starting 11 become the depth that people are using to somehow make this Madueke move make sense. I've never seen so much nonsense, in my life. And every summer is nonsense with Arsenal, much more often than not. But it's a special kind of summer if we're trying to justify this in phase 6, in year 6, in, year 21 or year 7 since BX, whatever, place you want to take it from, just doesn't make sense. He moved to Chelsea for around 30
million, yeah. That's
he hasn't worked out. So how is he worth nearly double? How have we gone in with an opening bid of 50 M's? Someone make that make sense for me. Because if it was 20 million, I'd say, it's not, surely, I'd still say the Ranieri contract needs to be, sorted before any move for a right winger. Because, again, another foundation to make this make sense. People saying Ranieri is going to be Odegaard's backup. And I want someone tell me how this conclusion that Ranieri all of a sudden will be central without any foundation, again, doesn't make sense, bro.
Yeah,
because we've had ample opportunity.
Yeah, people can't just assume that.
So at the end of the day, even if it was 20 mil, I'd still question it. But 50 mil opening offer, all in, like, come on, we're way off the mark here. Especially when it's looking like it's a few million difference for Gyökeres. Get that one done. Especially when Rodrigo again tonight on the bench for the 5th game running. Not only that, not only is Rodrigo on the bench, the person that's playing instead of him, Arda Güler, is shutting it down. He's arguably been their best player especially in the knockout stages of this tournament. So the likelihood that he's available come next week or tomorrow, if they go out tonight, is high. So why are we moving so fast with Madueke? It's like we only move fast with Chelsea. Do we have something? Our Conke's and Bowley's cousins or something?
No,
real talk, I don't understand.
I don't know. They say in the tweets we've got a good relationship with Chelsea. You saw Fabrizio. That's what we
shouldn't have a good relationship with Chelsea.
I hear that.
Fuck Chelsea.
I hear that.
Why have we even got we shouldn't even have a bad relationship. Fuck them. That's it. That's Chelsea.
Yeah.
In the last 20 years, we've benefited from no moves with Chelsea have benefited us in the past 20 years. None. You could probably stretch that further, but none. So I just don't understand it, bro. On top of that, you're seeing a Dingra move for 20 mil ish.
Yeah. You see,
even that, I shouldn't entertain that. But if you're telling me, bro, it's Madueke or Adingra, who you taking? I'll probably take Adingra, if I'm honest. Why not at 20 mil? If that's what it's coming to, why not? But we're going 50 M's on Madueke. None of it makes sense because I don't even see him as the character that Mikel likes. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't think he's more of the in terms of playing style. Am I wrong in saying he's not too far off of Nick? Well, actually, Nicolas Pepe was even far more technical than he quality-wise.
But I like Noni's directness. I know there's a lot of people that are...
Pepe was direct, but Arteta never ever entertained that. We need a left winger and more importantly, a striker of equal importance. So when I know what the club's about and they follow these letters like it's the law, PSR, FFP and so on, I wouldn't be surprised in a couple of weeks if we're hearing, all right, the purse strings are a bit squeezed right now, PSR, FFP, we've got to sell. And then you look around at who we can sell. It's probably Zinchenko. And after that, we ain't got nothing. So I don't want to head down that road again. It's not the first time. People are saying, the outrage is not necessary and this and that. Listen, the other day when
pop comments up as well, because
when Gyökeres was linked, I was happy about that because that, as much as it carries a big risk because he is the Portuguese league, we've gone out there and got, you know, probably the best available striker on the market, right? We could have potentially tested the waters and rocked the boat on maybe an Isak and so, but in terms of realistically available, we've probably gone and got the best one or the most intriguing one. Man can get behind that, even with the risks it entails. And there's no entitlement to win the league, because you look at City, you look at Liverpool, what they got. We still haven't got what they got. You can't get what they got until you win something, because that experience comes with winning things. So Gyökeres, I can get behind that. I understand that. But Madueke, when we still need, you look at it, Eze's outlay, 20 mil over 3 years, 10 mil more than Chelsea are rejecting for Madueke. Come on. How does this make sense? And I agree that I think it's an Arteta signing, because surely Berta can't be coming from Madrid knowing all about Madueke. Like, you didn't come in for Madueke, brother. Edu could have stayed for that. So for me, it's looking like an Arteta signing. Regardless of it all, he's our manager. He is our manager, and we saw in All or Nothing, 4-man disagreed with him on Oba, right? This is 4 years ago. 4-man disagreed with him on Oba 3 years ago. They still run through that decision because of him. His word was the only one and the final one. So why am I to believe 3 years later, when his contract's been quadrupled in that time, just 8 months ago, he's got less responsibility in this window? How can that make sense?
I don't think he's a bad player. Knowing Madueke, I think the outrage is way too high for what it is.
But you got to separate. You got to separate. This ain't nothing against Madueke. I don't have to think he's a good player. I don't have to think he's a great player. Like he has to deal with that opinion. He's a baller, right? That's not abuse or disrespect, and it's nothing against him.
That's fine.
It's nothing against him. It's the club. We're going for him. It's the club that's up, it's questionable right now. It's nothing against Noni. Like he didn't call us and say, "Yo, can you try and sign me?" We are actively trying to do that.
Manor says, Turkish, what phase are you on now, bro? GGMU.
I'm back to phase 0. I'm gonna need another holiday and another hair transplant soon. So we're starting again, new processes.
Is it that bad? Like,
of course it's that bad, because the decisions made in June, July, and August dictate what happens come May, right? And May's a long way away. So when you know that what Raheem Sterling, Marino, and Calafiori does for you going into last season, and you got to wait 10 months to see what you already knew was going to happen, it's long doing it again when you've done that for like 18 years already. Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear you.
The decisions they make now, come September, bro, it's the transfer window's closed. No point looking back, Turkish. You remember this from last year? Let's look forward. January. Don't get negative. January. Market opportunities. Oh, our manager said we need a striker. Yeah, he said that the second week of January. After we went out to United in the FA Cup, we still don't have a striker. So all these men getting paid all this money, from manager to director to whoever, what are they doing? I want people to deep this, right? Now, the Havertz one, was just, imagine that Pepe's got a year left on his contract. He's already flopped. And Chelsea come in with a 70 million bid. Just put yourself in that scenario. It's amazing, right? You'd think, if Pepe in his 5th year, a year left on his contract, whatever it was, we get an offer for 70 mil, the same we spent on him 5 years later, after we all know it didn't work out. Imagine that feeling. That's the feeling Chelsea fans got from the Havertz one, right? Yeah. And then you have this one, for example, where let's use Fabio Vieira, right? We spent 35 M's on him, or 30 M's on him, right? Can you imagine someone coming in this summer and offering 50 million right now? Imagine it. We can't imagine it, because the only ones that do it is us.